Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I have hit the almost 1 month mark. Woohoo! It will be tomorrow. It will be 30 days, full month since I've had my teeth completely extracted. Um, Things are getting better. As you can see, all the swelling is gone. God, thank God. Most of the soreness in my gums is gone. The worst part of what I'm dealing with right now is just attempting to eat any kind of solid food. I found out last night that what seems like something that, seems pretty simple to eat, it incurs a whole new degree of difficulty when you have no teeth. Um, I have been craving salad, vegetables, raw vegetables. Um, I was born and raised on a farm, so raw vegetables and stuff like that, salad, tomatoes, stuff like that is, I love. Can't eat it right now. um, it it's kind of annoying. I tried to eat like the really really thin shredded lettuce last night with the taco ring, and the whole meal was just absolutely excruciating. And the taco seasoning irritated my gums, so my gums were kind of stinging and burning, and I couldn't chew the lettuce, and it was just absolutely infuriating. I can't explain that enough. Um, However, I have noticed since my extractions a month ago, I've lost 18 and a half pounds. Now, a lot of that's going to be water weight, because that's the first thing your body sheds is liquids. Um, but I'm noticing there's a change in, the roundness of my face, the way my clothes fit. I'm noticing it, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that I'm pretty much on a smooshy diet. Um, and that's frustrating. The lisp is getting better. However, S's and things like that, S, F, P, stuff like that. Those letters are always going to be an issue as far as pronunciation without teeth are concerned. Um, I am noticing that I'm trying to eat a little more normal diet. Keyword there, trying. Um, I have found a few things that I can eat. I managed a peanut butter sandwich. That's pretty freaking remarkable. And the bread and stuff like that is soft enough that I can actually bite it. Um, as well as I'm noticing that I'm hungrier for more like protein type things. Like I find myself wanting meats and protein things rather than just something to snack on. And I think that's just because I'm not eating on a regular basis. You know what I mean? And that's something that I'm trying to kind of remedy, but it's slow going. 30 days out, I will tell you, I hate macaroni and cheese. If I never see another noodle again, it'll be too soon. Um, I Soda doesn't really taste good to me. Any soda. Um, and I don't know. I don't know why. I know that without all the decay and things like that in my mouth, the taste buds and stuff will change. Um, and I'm still extreme. My mouth stays dry. Um, and I've noticed it's worse when I drink caffeinated beverages, which I should know better. Which I'm sucking on a cup of coffee right now, so that's probably not a great idea, but it's what I want. um, I have noticed that um, as I said in another video, I did have an encounter with a lady that made a comment about me having no teeth, and it did kind of hurt my feelings. And my kids have made a couple of wisecracks, just being little smarty pants, but nothing, totally offensive or whatever. But I've noticed that I guess I'm getting used to it. It's not so much that I don't notice it, because I do. But I'm getting used to it. And I'm noticing slowly that I'm developing a couple of habits that are kind of infuriating. Um, and that is, I catch myself. If I'm, doing something or whatever, I'm chewing on my tongue, and not in the sense that you would think chewing, but like I'm working it against my gums, and I don't know why. Honestly, I'm kind of wondering if it's maybe because I'm trying to accommodate the loss of the placement of the teeth or whatever that holds my gums, the right distance apart, um, or whether it's just because it feels different, and my tongue automatically, I want to rub on the weird spots. Um, I still have that same bone spur. It will not come out. It's about to drive me nuts. I did call my surgeon, and they said that if it doesn't come out within the next week, to call and come in, and they'll see if they can get it out without doing any, big time damage to what's already healed. Um, but it's infuriating. Um, I'm anxious to get my teeth and move on. Not that, and I will admit, it is a vanity thing. I don't like the way I look without my teeth. I don't like the way that I talk without my teeth. I don't like the way people look at me without my teeth. Um, it is a vanity thing. I want to look normal. I want to feel normal. I want to be able to eat normal. Um, and those teeth are a means to find that normal. Um, do I think that I couldn't survive without them? No, I could. Um, do I know people that don't have teeth that, or what? Let me rephrase that. That have had all their teeth removed that don't wear their dentures and have them? Yes, I do. I know several people that their dentures are uncomfortable and they are more comfortable without them than they are with them. And for them, that's okay. But I am bound and determined to make this work. um, I don't, it's not that I think that I couldn't move on in life and succeed and do what I want to do without them, but I don't want people to see me without my teeth and make assumptions without knowing the person that I am. And is that unadulterated vanity? Yeah, it is. Because to ask anyone to accept you for who you are, you have to accept yourself. And to a certain extent, I do. But that also means being comfortable with what you look at in the mirror, and I'm not. That's the entire reason that I started all of this. Is that I wasn't comfortable with the person that looks back at me in the mirror. She's unhealthy. Teeth was an issue. I want to be satisfied with my body. I want to be satisfied with the person that looks back at me in the mirror. And that's one of the biggest reasons that I started this, is that in a big way, yeah, having all my teeth removed and getting dentures was vanity. I was tired of looking that way. I was tired of people seeing me that way. But a lot of it too was pain and infection, and it was just unhealthy. And many of you will agree with this, and it's proven that, constant infections in the mouth can cause huge cascade effects in your body, to heart disease, liver disease, kidney problems, stomach problems, the list goes on and on and on and on. But, and that was a big factor too. Um, because ultimately it's about my family. I want to be able to be around for, as long as humanly possible. And if I can do something that's going to lengthen that period of time, then I'm going to do it. Um, and if that means, losing some extra weight and getting a set of teeth that go in the dish at the end of the night, it's a small price to pay to spend more time with my kids and my husband and my family. Um, and I've had a lot of people say, oh well, it's just, it's vanity. you're just being vain, or whatever, you're spending this money to, just because you're vain. Well, maybe so, but vanity aside, I want my children to be able to be proud of their mother. I want them to be able to introduce me to their friends and their teachers and things like that, and not wonder if the teacher's looking at me and thinking, well, mom doesn't take care of herself, so I wonder if she takes care of the kids. Um, and I don't ever want them to have to feel ashamed of me, or feel like they can't introduce me to someone, or say something. And not that my children have ever said anything or acted that way, and they haven't. I have two of the most wonderful kids in the entire world, and I know that every mother is biased and will say the same thing, but I do. I have two of the pretty great kids. My biggest fear is that in all of this, that my children will assume that I did this just to look a certain way. But I've talked to them, and I've tried to help them understand that it's more than just how I look. It's how I feel, and my ability to take care of them. And that's a big thing. Going into this, I talked to my kids, and explained to them what was going to happen and why I was doing it, and a lot of things, and how things were going to kind of be for a while until I got healed up and I got my dentures and whatnot, and gave them the opportunity to ask questions. Gave them the opportunity to be active in what was going on, because it is going to affect them. It does have an effect on them, because it affects how things, happen around the house. It affects, how I feel and my ability to get up and be mom. However, that's, not really an issue right now. After last night's dinner, I did attempt to, eat some of the lettuce and things like that. And oh my Lanta, did that not work very well with my stomach. It did not end well. I spent the majority of the evening after eating kind of laying down, really regretting trying to eat, because my stomach was so upset. And, the worst part of it all is that I know this isn't a means to an end, and I know that this is short term. But in the same respect, a lot of people are going to go into this situation, and even those that get immediate dentures, and they're going to assume that they're going to walk out of that dentist office and everything's going to be great, and they're going to go home and eat a Big Mac or whatever. It's not going to happen that way. It takes you time for your body to adjust, for you to learn how to use those new tools, because that's exactly what they are. They're new tools. Your body's got a new set, and you're going to have to relearn how to do a lot of things. And that's the hardest part. I've kind of learned how to get by day to day without teeth, and here in a couple of weeks I'm going to have to learn again how to navigate with teeth, because getting false teeth is a big thing, because it's, no matter how you look at it, it's a big chunk of acrylic in your mouth. It's just a big wad of stuff, and them fitting properly and working properly has a lot to do with your ability to give yourself time to learn, because it's not going to be just like it was with regular teeth. It's not, and I have no delusions of that. And I know that there's going to be a learning curve, but it's being able to give myself that time to learn, to be able to not get down on myself and not give up and take them out. That's my biggest fear, because I cannot handle much more of this whole toothless thing. Now I showed you guys what my mouth looked like prior to extractions. Technically tomorrow is my 1 month mark, my 4-week mark post extraction. But I am going to show you what my gums look like. And it's not pretty, but it's, they've healed up very well. Um, there are still a couple of little spots that are still healing up. But for the most part, I mean, I'm all healed up. I still notice that they do swell a little bit if I try to eat something or, attempt to chew something. Um, and that was the case last night. My gums swelled up and I was pretty sore. And there's still a couple of spots this morning that are still kind of tender where I tried to attempted to chew something. Um, but in the long run, this is short term. So if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to post them in the bottom. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.